I knew that he was an actor and a performer, and to listen to him tell the story, I didn't find out he was a clown until much later. I think I knew he was a clown.
When I would tell people like what I did, I'd say, well, I'm a self-employed performing artist. Which is true. I'm a self-employed performing artist.
Ladies and gentlemen, children of all ages, welcome.
My first reaction was, does this guy really make a living? Like, is he destitute and homeless? And, I was a little worried about that.
I'd been doing little tricks for her all the time, and sometimes I would put on a clown nose and do a little funny routine, or, I would practice something on her. I met Stephanie Schwab on the internet. Actually jdate.com.
I think except for the fact that he lived in Providence, I would have been interested immediately, but I was really resistant to a 3-hour commute to date someone.
At first she didn't really want to meet because I lived in Rhode Island. I said, yeah, but I'm in New York, we can have coffee.
But he was insistent, and he said, I'll come to New York, you don't have to come to Providence, I travel for my work. So Adam first came down about a couple of weeks after we started talking online. And
we liked each other, and so I started coming to New York every week.
A couple of months after we met, he did the Flea Circus in New Haven.
The most minuscule show on earth, the Acme Miniature Circus!
I was doing a show for a bunch of entomologists in New Haven, an entomologist conference.
I didn't quite understand it at first, and I really was totally in disbelief. Like, you have fleas? You have a circus? I didn't understand what it was. And it was spectacular. It was really, really fun. It was great. We've been seeing each other about 4.5 years. We moved in together 2 years ago.
When we moved in together, when we bought this house together, that was obviously a very serious moment.
So we committed wholeheartedly to renovating this Victorian house in Yonkers. We talked about marriage a little bit at that time and sort of through the whole house process, I think.
As Stephanie approached 40, we started thinking about children. I would say that's when we started really thinking about marriage.
I got pregnant, and so suddenly there I was pregnant, and right around then Adam's mom died. 10 days after we found out that we were pregnant. We got home after the funeral, and we sort of sat down and we said, now what are we gonna do? And we agreed that we were gonna get married.
My mom had given me a ring her ring to give to Stephanie when the time was right.
So one night I came home, and I was in my first trimester of pregnancy. I was exhausted and probably not eating as well as I could have. And Adam made this beautiful meal.
He said, oh, I have a special dessert for you. Close your eyes. And I brought out 2 little dessert trays that were covered up with 2 spoons.
And he said, well, aren't you going to eat it? And I opened up the dish, and there was the ring.
I said, so you want to get married? And she said, sure.
The wedding was fantastic. We had such a good time. We really wanted to just have a great party.
There's this ancient clowning tradition that the wedding guest members were responsible for entertaining the bride and groom.
I think that Adam is, it sounds probably kind of trite to say, but he's my soulmate. He's really like somebody who understands me, who I understand.
I think we're a good team. And we'll continue to be a good team. Or, as our wedding invitation says, Gertsacov and Schwab combined shows, and that's how I feel about it.